All right, guys, I'm taking over this week for Lamar. We 13-2 already, won the AFC North. Let's get it, baby. I'm DeQwan Young, and this is the countdown. Now, the media would have you believe that all of this just came out of nowhere. Hey, man, I need you to get flat on that flat route. That's why they call it a flat route. Now, I'm going to be subtle here and say that Lamar Jackson doesn't fit the mold of most NFL quarterbacks. That's right, he's a mobile quarterback, or a dual threat quarterback. We call that red six. The dual threat quarterback isn't a new thing, but there's always been a stigma around him. Hey, Mitch Trubisky, MVP. Yeah. See, in the early days of football, you could just put your best athlete in space and get him the ball. It's kind of like what high school and college coaches do, but that don't fly in the NFL. Hey, Nathan Peterman. Yeah. In the 1950s, Tobin Rote, a man who could be considered the first dual-threat quarterback, led the Packers in rushing for 3 seasons. Fran Tarkenton, who wrote of his NFL career, quote, "When I began my NFL career in 1961, I was a freak. The reason was simple. I played quarterback and I ran. There were no design runs in our playbook, but I would scramble out of the pocket when a play broke down. It was not a skill set that was embraced. Plenty of people mocked it, and the rest written it off." Randall Cunningham and Steve Young were the 2 mobile quarterbacks that dominated this era, and we speak about their careers in a completely different tone. Steve Young gets the adulation, he's a Hall of Famer, he's on TV, and rightfully so. He was a great successor to Joe Montana in the 49ers system. Well, what did Randall Cunningham do? He was the first African-American quarterback to start the Pro Bowl after his amazing 1988 season. He was also a 4-time All-Pro. In the early 2000s, Michael Vick was being deemed quarterback of the future, but due to injuries and his legal problems, he won't get the praise he deserves. He did the crime, he did his time, let it go. The game just refuses to evolve. The Lamar Jackson doubters still live by the stigma that mobile quarterbacks are bad for the game. Hey, he asked me if I'm gonna be a pocket passer ever in my career. Hey, can I lead a team? Well, I mean, Lamar did it, but I can lead a team, huh? Then they asked me about my injury history. Boy, I'm indestructible. It's all because of their mobility. The leash is smaller for these mobile quarterbacks. They aren't allowed to fail or grow in the system that suits them. Some are forced into a pro-style offense where coaches don't adjust to the personnel they have, and they're forced out of the league before we know it hits them. Would I go to Detroit? Hell no. That's a death sentence. And even if they do succeed, all of their success will be belittled and dismissed. Hey, I brought the white gloves this week. Let's get it. Lamar Jackson has had one of the best quarterback seasons we've ever watched. No, he didn't throw for over 50 touchdowns in a season. He didn't throw for 5,000 yards, and he didn't go undefeated. He broke Michael Vick's rushing record while scoring 7 touchdowns on the ground. He posted 2 games with a perfect passer rating, and he led his team to a division title. In Week 10, he went crazy against the Bengals. I saw it. He went 15 out of 17 for 223 yards, 3 touchdowns, while also running for 65 yards and 1 touchdown. He's thrown 5 touchdowns twice, and he'll finish the season with a quarterback rating of 113.34. He's been a beast all season, and he's had the MVP wrapped up since Week 10. And then I said, hey man, is your name really Golden? Let's stop wondering why or how Lamar Jackson accomplished all this and start wondering why he isn't getting the praise, recognition, and fame as some of his other contemporaries. Move them to wide receiver is no longer a viable answer for mobile quarterbacks and the skill set they bring. Let me get back to this game because I'm sure we're down 42.